Thanks, Chris. Let's get more on the markets now with Scott Phillips from Motley. Scott, good evening to you. 7 out of the 11 sectors rose today. What were the highlights?
Tomo, good day. Yeah, they did. And even the 2 of the 4 that were down were only down very, very slightly. Only energy and healthcare meaningfully in the red. Unfortunately for CSL shareholders, it dragged the healthcare sector down with a big 3.3% fall today. And the oil price taking not many prisoners when it came to the energy sector. Unfortunately, those 2 really put the brakes on the ASX. It was a tough start today, but we got there in the end.
Scott, Domain revealed an annual revenue of $356.7 million and a strong year of growth.
It did. Very good revenue growth. Not so good on the bottom line. Interesting, a few companies were like that today, including Super Retail Group, doing a little bit tough at the bottom line, but good revenue growth. And, of course, Domain in the crosshairs when it comes to expectations of what might happen, not only to house prices, but classified advertising as well. The business is pretty upbeat, hoping that they'll be able to see through any conditions, positive or negative, and shareholders will be hoping the same.
The Reserve Bank of New Zealand raised the cash rate by 50 basis points. Is this a preview of what we might see next month here at home?
Yeah, I think you might be right, unfortunately, mate. The RBNZ was actually ahead of the RBA in increasing rates, by the way. Inflation a little bit higher in New Zealand than it is here, so it's very possible the RBA might take either a wait and see or maybe just increase by 0.25% rather than half. But it does seem like the RBNZ, like the US Fed and others, again, really trying to get out in front of inflation, doing whatever it can to try and slow that down. As you suggest, I do think probably it's a sign of things to come in Australia next month.
OK, here's a tough question to finish off with. It's normally reasonably easy, but what are we expecting out of the US markets tonight?
The last couple of nights, Tomo, when I've said, look, the futures are down, they've actually entered in positive territory. I'm hoping for a three-peat today because, again, we're going to start the trading night or trading day in the US, trading night our time, with a very slight decline of about 0.2%. But, as I said, if it can do the same as it's done for the last couple of days, then maybe we'll still wake up to some good news.
Hopefully we get a hat-trick. Scott Phillips, thank you.
Thanks, Tomo.